Hello, 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 T. Happy good morning to you again from Cuckoo Hill. I wanted to continue today reading about the story of what happens when Jesus and his disciples get into the boat and cross to the other side of the lake. So Mark 5 is where we're going to start, verse 1. It says, they arrived at the other side of the lake at the region of the Gerasenes. As Jesus stepped ashore, a demon-possessed madman came out of the graveyard and confronted him. The man had been living there among the tombs of the dead, and no one was able to restrain him, not even with chains. For every time they attempted to chain his hands and feet with shackles, he would snap the chains and break the shackles in pieces. He was so strong that no one had the power to subdue him. Day and night he could be found lurking in the cemetery or in the vicinity, shrieking and mangling himself with stones. How sad, huh? Breaks my heart for him. When he saw Jesus from a distance, he ran to him and threw himself down before him, screaming out at the top of his lungs, "Leave me alone, Jesus, Son of the Most High God. Swear in God's name that you won't torture me." For Jesus had already said to him, "Come out of that man, you demon spirit." Jesus said to him, "What is your name?" "Mob," he answered. "They call me Mob because there are thousands of us in his body." He begged Jesus repeatedly not to expel them out of the region. And the translator's note down here says, Legion is a Roman military unit of more than 6,000 men. So this poor man had more than 6,000 demons in him. Oh my goodness. I cannot imagine, the depths of his bondage and the depths of his oppression and the depths of his slavery and fear and torment. I mean, horrific, So then it continues, it says, nearby there was a large herd of pigs feeding on the hillside. The demons begged him, "Send us into the pigs, let us enter them." So Jesus gave them permission, and the demon horde immediately came out of the man and went into the pigs. This caused the herd to rush madly down the steep slope and fall into the lake, drowning about 2,000 pigs. And it says here, depending on the weight, the cost of 2,000 live pigs today could be as much as $250,000. The economic cost to the community over the loss of this herd was significant. So then it says, now the herdsmen fled to the nearby villages, telling everyone what they saw as they ran through the countryside, and everyone came out to see what had happened. When they found Jesus, they saw the demonized man sitting there, properly clothed and in his right mind. Seeing what had happened to the man who had thousands of demons, the people were terrified. Those who had witnessed this miracle reported the news to the people and included what had happened to the pigs. Then they asked Jesus to leave their region. And I know there's a lot of different things, that we could kind of get lost in this passage, but there was 3 things that the Lord kind of highlighted to me. And they all kind of have to do with our response to Jesus's invitation, right? So the first one is the disciples. Maybe we find ourselves like the disciples, right? We've heard Jesus invite us, come, follow me and I'll teach you to bring people into my kingdom. And, even after that invitation, we've continued to accept his other invitations, like come deeper into my heart, come deeper into intimacy with me, come experience me in ways that you've never experienced me before, come experience me in places that you've never experienced me before, and maybe we've said yes to him. We've said yes to Jesus's invitation to partner with him, to see other people saved and healed and delivered. Or the second thing that kind of stood out to me, maybe we find ourselves more like the people of the village who, we sense Jesus inviting us to something, but we are so afraid of the unknown that we would rather hold on to what is known and what we've always done. And so, we then choose to not accept his invitation. How sad, right? Jesus was extending these people freedom and life and meaning and purpose and an opportunity to come into their destiny with him and know him. And they're like, please go away. We would rather have our pigs, and I think often we are like that. There's things that we are holding on to because of fear, because of whatever. And Jesus is saying let go of that and come, let me fill you with meaning. Come and find your meaning in me. Come and find your purpose in me. Come and find your destiny in me. But so often because of our fear of the unknown, because we're not familiar with Jesus' voice, because we don't know how to walk by faith and it feels scary, we refuse his invitation, you know. And then the third one is the demon-possessed man. And I think, oh my goodness, you know, this poor man, I don't know why he had all these demons in him. I don't know what happened, you know, to him to cause the darkness to overtake him this way. But like, how beautiful, right, that Jesus came to the other side of the lake. And you know what? Nobody else in the village, it doesn't seem like, accepted Jesus' invitation, but this man did, and he was forever transformed and forever changed and forever set free. And we'll talk more about, you know, what happens to him, you know, next time or whatever. But maybe you find yourself like that, man. You don't know why the world you're listening to this, whatever this is with me, but you find yourself in bondage. And maybe, you know, you don't feel like the bondage is as severe as this man, but you find yourself in bondage nonetheless, and you desperately long for freedom. And I just want to say to you that Jesus is coming to you today, and he is inviting you to freedom. He is inviting you to purpose. He is inviting you to meaning. He is inviting you to destiny. And those are things that we can only find in accepting the invitation of Jesus to come chase his heart, come walk with him, come experience life with him. So anyways, a while back, the Lord birthed this song in me, and I feel like it could be a song that this man sang, you know, who had thousands of demons in him. And it's called Maker's Song. And I wanted to share it with you today. And it goes like this. It goes, born to the darkness, the kingdom of night, born into hopelessness, a world without light. Unseeing, imprisoned, I stumbled along, a life void of beauty, a heart with no song. When out of the darkness a great light appeared, it shone down upon me, it beckoned me near. Then came through the shadows a song without words, the voice the most beautiful I'd ever heard. It flowed all around me and closed me in love, the fiercest of forces I'd never dreamed of. And as it washed over me, it swept me away to the King and his kingdom, the kingdom of day. Now gone are the shadows, the torment, the chains. Gone all the hopelessness and once endless pain. Cast out with one word, with one touch of your hand. Though I'll live forever, I won't understand the depth of your love that compelled you to die. To step into my darkness, bring me back to life. I know only forever and always and on. My heart is my offering, my life is my song. So Jesus, come and be my everything. You've captured my soul. Your heart's the most beautiful thing I've ever known. Your love is a river, I'm lost in its flow. It fills me completely as onward we go. Forever and ever and always and on. Lost in the melody of my Maker's song. So come find yourself in the melody of your Maker's song. So I don't know if any of those people resonate with you today. Maybe you are the disciples and you have said yes to God's invitation to you to come and experience freedom and experience your destiny, which is partnering with him to release his heart into the world. Or maybe, you're like the villagers and your fear is keeping you holding on to the unknown instead of accepting God's invitation to the unknown. And I just want to say, life with Jesus is more beautiful and more meaningful than anything you can ever imagine. It is what you were meant for. Or maybe, you're like the man that was so oppressed and enslaved, and you sense Jesus' invitation to you to come. And I just pray today that he pours himself out upon you. And as he pours himself out upon you, and as his love for you washes over you, you would find yourself completely saved and healed and delivered, and then entering into a life of beauty and meaning and freedom with him. Take care. I hope you guys have a really great day. Toodaloo.